Shadowcoast here, and welcome to another video on Star Wars Squadrons. In this one, we'll be discussing the best X-Wing build in my opinion. Before we dive in, I am trying to grow my channel and appreciate a subscribe and thumbs up. Your support is much appreciated. Now, I know best is extremely subjective, and I will admit I'm posting this video before actually playing the game. I will also say that while I love the X-Wing, I anticipate spending a fair amount more time in the A-Wing, U-Wing, and a lot of time in the TIE Interceptor. Finally, I'll have to revisit my best build once the game launches and I've had a chance to actually fly with the builds I'm proposing in this video. For this video, we'll be using a Squadrons tool builder, which you can find in the link in the description below. For the best X-Wing build, I'm going with what I call a hunter-killer build, effectively prioritizing maneuverability, combining that with high damage output. This build is adept at taking out enemy fighters and focuses on outputting high damage in a short period of time, focusing on the ability to outmaneuver our enemy fighters. To start, we have the Zerka Burst Cannon, which leverages projectiles instead of outfitting it with your classic lasers. I'm selecting the Burst Cannon because the damage output is high with a decent rapid fire rate. The key here is being selective with your shots and ensuring you're only firing when you can hit your target. The major downside, limited ammunition, which will require us to restock with either a support starfighter, cruiser, or our capital ship. For countermeasures, I'm going with the Melee Hat Sensor Jammer, which allows us to shake any incoming missiles. Given the build, we're prioritizing maneuverability, and the key with a Melee Hat is to make sure that we shake any missiles that might disable or slow us down or impact our components. It should also hypothetically allow us to shake or remove lock-ons from support ships, especially those that are targeting us with tractor beams. On auxiliaries, my first auxiliary, I'm selecting the Gurhill EP Ion Missile, which has a fairly quick lock on time, a relatively short cooldown time, and has a decent range. The key with the Ion Missile is to disable the enemy starfighter, slowing them down and removing their shielding to allow our cannons to do the rest of the job. There is limited ammo at 6, so we need to be selective with our targets. For our secondary auxiliary, I'm selecting the Emergency Droid Repair. Now, this is one I debated a bit between on adding more missiles, but I ended up opting for the Repair Droid given that I'll be reducing my hull selection in other components. This brings us to our Slipstream Light Hull. This is a light hull that allows us to increase our acceleration and maneuverability. If we fly this ship right, we'll be the one behind our target, reducing the need for high hull integrity or high hull health. Now, engines were a much easier decision for me as this is a hunter-killer build, so we will go with the Quad-X propulsion engine. The description says it all. Outfly your enemies. To wrap up our build, we have the Surplex Nimble Deflector. This was a slightly tougher decision to make, but I opted for the Surplex because it allows us to rapidly regenerate shields, assuming we can outmaneuver enemy fighters. The key to this is ensuring we only take a limited number of hits and we can get out of the way. As you can see, the build focuses on high damage output that requires accuracy and good piloting skills. I'll be testing out my build in the game in a few short days. Check out my build in the link in the description below and let me know how you plan on equipping your starfighter in the comments section. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, please consider supporting the channel by subscribing and dropping this video a thumbs up. I hope to see you at Star Wars Squadron in a few short days. Shadowcoast out.